Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight to Boston here, and today I am back for episode number 8 of my 1998 Tampa Bay Devil Rays OOTP series here on Out of the Park Baseball 16. So today we're back with the midseason update for 2001. So we're off to a 45-35 start, currently tied for first place in the division with the Toronto Blue Jays. And we are 4.5 up on the Red Sox in third place, and then 9.5 up on the Orioles, 11.5 up on the Yankees. So a good division race so far between Tampa and Toronto. Pretty much everyone else a sizable distance back, but you can see the Red Sox actually were playing pretty well. We made up 4 games on them, really just in the last 10. So they were a little bit closer, but they've slipped back a little bit as of late. Now, our team this year has definitely been led by our offense. You're going to see we are 14th in the AL in runs scored out of 14 teams, so that is last, and we are first in runs against, and you can see our Pythagorean win-loss is not going to be good. Our run differential is really not that good. Only, our run differential is only plus 13, I think. Yeah, so really not very good. But, when you have good pitching and you have a good bullpen, you tend to win games. You tend to win close games. And although our bullpen hasn't been spectacular, we've had, we've solidified our closer spot with the rookie Blaine Neal. Now, he's only pitched 13 innings so far, but he's yet to allow a run. So we just implemented him as the closer after Rudy Siena struggled out of the gate. And Jeff Shaw has also been kind of a disappointment, especially after the year he had last year. But hopefully those guys can both bounce back in the second half. And other than that, Jesus Sanchez has had an okay year. J.C. Romero, I should say, Sanchez had a good year. Romero's had a good year. Mercer's been meh. But anyway, the starting rotation, though, has really been the strength of the team. So Saunders, Hudson, and Wilson, pretty solid 1, 2, 3 right there. 3.7, 3.69, 3.9 ERAs. Nothing spectacular out of those two, but really it's the 4 and 5 that have anchored the staff. It's Loaiza and Zito, both with ERAs under 3, completely unexpected. Loaiza's having a ridiculous year. I mean, he's got almost a 5-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He's getting more than, or almost a strikeout an inning, not quite actually, but he's on pace for 6.1 wins above replacement. So just really just having a ridiculous contract here. He's going to get paid in the offseason. I don't think it's going to be from us, but either way, he is going to get paid. And Barry Zito's having a breakout year, which is good to see. Of course, he was our first-round draft pick a couple years ago, and he's on pace for 6.8 wins above replacement. So that is that. But the offense has really struggled this year. You saw 14th in runs scored in the AL, and it just has been a lot of down years from a lot of different guys. Jason Varitek's having a down year. Scott Rowland's having a really down year. Look at it. He's only hitting 210. His BABIP is 252. Varitek is 255. Some of this is BABIP related. Eckstein's been all right. Cliff Lloyd has been so-so. He was good at the start of the year, but he's cooled off as of late. Sean Green has been all right. Paul Konerko's had a really down year. Another guy with a low BABIP. Randy Wynn has been probably really one of our only productive offensive players. And Raul Ibanez has been sort of okay. But really, it's just, disappointing years out of guys like Konerko and Scott Rowland. Those are supposed to be the anchors of our lineup, and instead they are... they've been close to below average hitters. Let's see. Roland's got a WRC plus of 67. That's really horrible. And Konerko's got a WRC plus of 76. That's horrible for those guys, and that's just unacceptable. So those guys especially, and really everyone, look at that. Our highest position player WAR is Michael Hart with 1.6, and that's primarily defense and base running. He's had, a bit of not a breakout offensive year. He's been better than he was last year, but, his value is mainly defense and base running more than at the plate. So, our offense really has not been good, and I think, that's clearly going to be our area of focus when we get up to the trade deadline. We should start simulating along, though, as we will move forward. We will get up to the All-Star break, and then probably check on the team again, but really, it's got to be the offense that's got to pick it up, and we'll try to see how the team does in the month of July, if there are signs of it turning around, or if looks like the season-long slump is going to continue. And I forgot to mention, I claimed a bunch of guys off of waivers at the beginning of the year. Corey Koski was one of them, 28 years old, only 1 star, but he's got high potential. And we have seen some late blossomers in this game, and I kind of liked his ratings. I thought he might have a chance to turn into something. He's having a good year in AAA right now, so if someone gets hurt, he's a likely candidate to get called up. Mark Martin, we claimed off waivers, 25 years old. I actually think this guy's got a good chance of filling out. Remember, we saw Daniel Wilson fill out pretty late. He had a kind of a similar rating, 4.5 star potential, so... We'll see about that. We claimed Domingo Espinoza as well. We also claimed Benji Molina. Benji Molina is my current backup catcher. I thought I was going to claim Espinoza to be my backup catcher, but turns out because we claimed Molina, I sent Espinoza down to AAA. But he's another one of these kind of old guys, 26 years old, but still maybe has some high potential. So I kind of took some flyers on some guys like that. And Scott Williamson I sent down after a horrific start to the year. He had a 13 what was that? What did it say? 13.19 ERA through 14 innings of work, more walks than strikeouts. So I sent him down. He's only had 1 inning of work so far in AAA. But all right, so yeah, let's keep going forward here. We are now 1 game out. We've got a big set against Toronto here. Did we split the first 2? I believe. Can we take 2 of 3? Yes, we can. All right, so we get back. But we have a tie for first place now. And now we've got 3 games against Florida before the All-Star break. Can we win this series? Let's see a rubber match. And we win it. All right, so we win our last couple series. That's good. We went 5-3 in our last 8 games. That's not too bad. And we're now 2 games out of Toronto. They've lost 4 in a row. So it looks like they just got swept because we took the last game from them. Then they must have gotten swept in their 3-game series. But all right, let's see who our All-Stars are. I imagine we're going to have most of our starting rotation there. Let's see, Tim Hudson, who, wow, he's had a couple good starts now. His ERA is getting lower. Yeah, he had back-to-back good starts. So let's see, Tim Hudson is there. Tony Saunders is there. Randy Wolf. Barry Zito is there. Esteban Loaiza. So the only guy missing is Daniel Wilson, and he probably is the weakest link at this point. Although, weakest link, it's kind of well, it's not really fair to him, to be honest. But yeah, so Loaiza makes it. Definitely well-deserved. Anyone from the bullpen? Doesn't look like it. And then any position players, I can't imagine we're going to have any position players. Maybe Randy Wynn, but doesn't look like it. So, all right, we just get 4 members of our starting rotation, and that was it. But, all right, let's keep moving forward here. We'll see who wins the All-Star game, even though I'm pretty sure it does not matter, because I'm pretty sure the home field advantage rule was not implemented yet. And I would imagine the game is smart enough to recognize that. And either way, the AL wins. Looks like Ken Griffey Jr. got MVP. Cool stuff there. Let's delete all these messages, cluttering up our inbox, and keep moving forward here. So, yeah, overall it's been a good season, but I really expected more out of this team. I mean, we were projected to be a force to be reckoned with, and so far we've been a good team, but we haven't been a great team, and that's really on our offense. Our offense has just got to play better, and it looks like we already have our NL lineup set, so I don't need to worry about this for the Montreal series. And I don't know. I mean, come trade deadline time, we're gonna have to take a hard look at some guys. We're gonna have to figure out, who we think is gonna bounce back and who we think just maybe isn't any good, and we might need to replace. And I mean, we're gonna have to make a move. I mean, I feel like the New York Mets. We have this great pitching staff, but I don't know what it is. You just have so many guys underperforming. So Loaiza wants a contract extension. I've talked about this before, but I don't think I'm gonna give. Honestly, even if he had the year, well, okay. I mean, this doesn't make too much. I'm trying to articulate this the right way, but like pretty much no matter what Loaiza was going to do this year, I wasn't going to extend him, just because we have Manny Domingo in AAA, we have Mark Martin now off of waivers, we have Julian Simone, who I think we claimed off of waivers, or not. Did we? I don't remember if we claimed him off waivers or if we got him in trade. But yeah, Manny Domingo. He struggled in AAA to start the year, so he's back in AA right now. But you can see he's already starting to fill out. So I'd imagine he's going to be in the rotation next year to take Loaiza's spots. And no matter what, Domingo is going to be cheaper than Loaiza. So I really was never planning on bringing back Loaiza. And at this point, like, there's no way he's going to live up to this contract. I mean, I think he's having, even though the peripherals are good, he's got the good strikeout to walk ratio, and he's not giving up. I mean, he's given up some home runs, but not a ton. I mean, you have a 44 last year, so it looks like that number is going to come down. Like, even though, like, it looks like what he's doing is sustainable, I just don't think he's going to live up to the contract. I just don't think he's that good of a pitcher, quite frankly, and we have cheaper and potentially better options, so... All right, so we've got 3 games against Atlanta. We took the first 2, so now we're starting to play a little bit better, but still, it's really on the back of our pitching staff. I mean, we're not scoring a lot of runs, at least not for, steroid-era standards. But all right, now we've got 3 against Anaheim. Let's see if we can win another series. We have been winning series lately. That's a big thing I like to see. All right, we split the series with Anaheim. Now we've got Texas as we get into the third portion of the month here. But all right, we lose the first game. Can we come back? All right, let's take the series, shall we? No, all right. No offense. That's really concerning. All right, let's keep going forward, though. I want to get as close to the All-Star break as possible. I want to give myself, as large of a sample size to look at. Ooh, all right. So David Eckstein goes out for 4 weeks. So that is one that we'll probably be able to live, or that we'll probably be able to, I can't even think of the word. But, we'll withstand this injury. Eckstein, he'd been playing all right, but, wasn't anything special. Honestly expected a little bit more out of him, so I'm hoping he'll have a better year in Season 2. But all right, we can put Aaron Ledesma in there. That's why I kept Ledesma, because I wanted a good backup in case Eckstein did a sort of flop. So we'll put Eckstein in there, and we will call up... Who shall we call? Maybe Lloyd Sellers. Yeah, this guy plays all around the infield. So we could also bring up Corey Koski, but then we don't have anyone to play. Yeah, we'll just go with Selly. He's having a good year in AAA, so why not? All right, and we can put him as the backup for the infields. Bada bing, bada boom. Whoops. I'm playing at a very weird angle right now, so that is my excuse for messing that up. But all right. So keep going. Got a couple more games here before I want to reevaluate things and maybe look at some trade targets. Try to figure out what positions I might want to upgrade. And maybe shortstop is one of those spots, especially with Eckstein going down. I mean, if there is a shortstop out there on the market, ooh, this guy. Yeah, his ratings aren't very good, and he's got a contract next year. Yeah, no thanks. But maybe shortstop is a spot that we look at now that Eckstein's out. David Eckstein. That's what it is. David Eckstein. Okay, so we take 2 of 3 from Anaheim. Let's do one more series, and then we'll have an off day on the 30th, so we can start looking at things there. But all right, it's 3 games against Texas. Let's win another series. We lost to this team last time. Let's make up for it, shall we? Okay, we already took the first 2. How about we get a sweep? That would really make up for it. Because then we go 4-2 against them. All right, we do just that. And the last 2 games, 17 runs from the offense. So that's what I like to see. And, all right. So hopefully things are turning around a little bit. Let's see. Did we bump up? Yeah, so we're up to 12th in runs scored now. So I guess things are getting a little bit better. I think, like I said, I think a lot of it was bad luck. I think a lot of it is going to, ooh, wow, Daniel Wilson's really playing well. Oh yeah, look at his last 5 starts. Look at he's gotten his ERA down almost 60 points. That's good to see. But yeah, like I said, I think a lot of it was bad luck. I think a lot of it is going to sort of regress to the mean. But at the same time, you want to be proactive. I recognize how small, a window of opportunity is when you're running on such a low budget, and it's really uncertain how long you're going to be able to keep all your core players. So, I understand it's a small window of opportunity. I want to make the most of it. It looks like Konerko is one of the guys who's heating up. So look at that. His OPS is up to 815. So that's really good to see. I thought that might happen. What about Scott Rowland? Rowland's still not really hitting that well. In fact, his weighted runs created plus has gone down. So, all right. We're going to stick with him. We gave him that big extension, but I honestly wish we didn't. We'd get him at a lot cheaper price now if we had waited. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But he's still a young player, so hopefully he'll bounce back. And his contract isn't too, even at $8 million for that, I mean, we'd be able to trade that in a heartbeat. I'm sure we'd have plenty of takers despite the down year. So, all right, spots we want to look to upgrade. So we really want to get a new bat in here. So maybe it is at shortstop. Yeah, we're going to stick with, I think we'll stick with Veritek. What is he? He's got a couple years of team control left. I mean, I don't know. He's on pace for 2.5 wins above replacement. 23 homers. All right. Too many excuses for his poor work habits. Yeah, Veritek's always had kind of an attitude issue. And we could also upgrade maybe right field or DH, one of those spots. It certainly looks like, these guys are decent, but we could probably, if we really wanted to add a bat to throw in the middle lineup, especially a left-handed bat, I think we could use. So, all right, I say we look at shortstop and then maybe upgrading one of these spots, Ibanez or Floyd. And we could try and move Floyd. He's got a little bit of money left on his contract, one year left of guaranteed money. So that shouldn't be too hard to move if we wanted to. Yeah, I think that might be a spot we look to upgrade. So, yeah, all right. And Sean Green. I mean, Green's really been disappointing since coming over, but he's been better this year than last year at least. He's playing in left field, so he's giving good defensive value. All right, so it's going to kind of depend on what's out there. I think we have a lot of different areas we could look to upgrade. There's no real one position I'm set on getting a new player for. But, all right, I guess I'll go out and look for some trades, and I'll be back. All right, so I sort of incidentally ran into this trade target. So David Sagai is having a ridiculous year for the San Francisco Giants. He's on pace for 7.9 wins above replacement, 38 home runs. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that last name right. He's got a contract that runs through next year. It's fully guaranteed. And I sort of just accidentally ran into this because I was shopping around Cliff Floyd, and this is one of the offers that came up. Now, I'm not going to trade Cliff Floyd straight up for this guy because that'd just be unfair. I mean, look at his numbers. Even before this year, he had been having some pretty good offensive seasons for the San Francisco Giants. And you guys are probably thinking, well, first base, you know, you can't play him at first base. You got Paul Konerko there. Well, Konerko, remember, can play left field as well. And so I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm not going to give up Cliff Floyd for David Segai. I want to make this trade semi-fair. So I'll give up someone, you know, maybe a guy even like Raul Ibanez, just because he's got team control and it's going to be a little bit cheaper. But honestly, I want to give up, like, you know, maybe a half-decent prospect or something. Someone, I mean, maybe not Sepulveda, but maybe I'll give up Trot Nixon for him. Absolutely. All right, so we'll give up Trot Nixon for David Segai. And there we go. So what I'm going to end up doing is moving Sean Green to DH. And we're going to get Floyd out of the starting lineup. And I think I still might try and salary dump him. And we'll move Segai into the starting lineup at first base. And so Segai is a switch hitter, so I can put him, it's going to spot, I'll probably put him right in between Roland and Konerko. Hopefully Roland gets it going, and then that should be a dynamic 2-3-4. All right, so, and that was a really, you know, I didn't have to give up anything for that, so I still think I could make one more move if I wanted to. I still want to maybe look at upgrading at shortstop, especially for the short term. Maybe keeping Eckstein as a backup for the rest of the year, and then giving him the starter's role again next year. So I think shortstop still might be a spot I look to upgrade. Now, he could keep Floyd if he wanted to, just as insurance, but we still have Sepulveda, who I honestly think he's playing really well, actually. Look at that, even though it's kind of been a limited sample. Yeah, I like his ratings, so I'd kind of rather have him be the backup than Floyd. I do want to just kind of salary dump Floyd. So I think I'm going to try and trade Floyd and go look at shortstops. All right, so unfortunately, the market for shortstops from rebuilding teams is really bad right now, and I honestly don't think it's worth getting an upgrade, because like I said, there just aren't many good shortstops out there on teams that aren't win-now teams. I mean, the one guy I really thought I could go after was Jay Bell. Made perfect sense. It's the last, I mean, he's got a team option for next year, but he's probably not going to get picked up. It's $5.5 million. He's not probably that good of a player anymore, but provides a lot of defensive value. And, you know, he's had good offensive seasons in the past, and I just thought, hey, Texas, if you want to get rid of him, perfect partner for you, but they're demanding a line. It's just, I mean, really, other than that, I don't think anyone out there is better than Eckstein. So we'll just, David Eckstein. I gotta like say his full name if I want to get it right. But yeah, I just don't think there's anyone out there better than Eckstein right now. So we're gonna stick with Ledesma in the interim. Maybe look for guys on waivers as we get into August. And I might even play August here while I'm at this, because I kind of feel bad that these July episodes end up being so short. But all right, and I'm also going to end up keeping Cliff Floyd, because there just isn't a market out there for him right now, and we don't need to cut the money, so we might as well keep the extra bat. I mean, he does have the potential to be a pretty productive offensive player, as we've seen in the past. So I figure I might as well keep him. Maybe he finds a swing in the second half. The only thing is we're going to have to find a roster spot for him. So I think we're just going to send down, I'm not waiving DFA, but send down Stefan Hansen. And we will call up we'll activate David Segai. And he will take over at first base. And then as for backup first baseman, we're just going to use Konerko as the backup first baseman, I think. And then use Floyd as the backup's backup. And I want Floyd. I want Sepulveda playing for Ibanez every third game at this point. I want Floyd playing there every fifth game. I want Floyd DHing every seventh game. Then we'll leave Konerko and win in there full time. All right, so that's how we're going to balance the outfield play. And all right, so like I said, let's I'll commentate over the month of August. Why not? I feel like these July episodes are too short now, and like I said, I think we might be active on the waiver wire in August, especially if guys slip through waivers and become available via trade. So, Daniel Wilson, pitcher of the month, relief ace. Oh, and Paul Konerko. Oh no, never mind. Florida. I thought this said Tampa Bay. All right, I thought he maybe got batter of the month, because remember, he had been pretty hot. But all right, so we've got 3 games against Baltimore now. We've taken the first 2. We've scored 19 runs in those 2 games. We unfortunately lose the third. Now we've got the White Sox. Can we win another series? Another 11-run game there. So, all right, it looks like the offense is starting to pick things up. It's actually a 4-game set against the White Sox. Offense is really coming to play now. We take 3 or 4 from them. Let's take a look at the standings. We are now 5 games up at Toronto, so starting to pull away. We're 8-2 in our last 10. They're only 4-6 in their last 10. So we've gained 4 games on them in that time span. Jared Washburn's on waivers. Don't care about that. Looks like we're going to win another series here against New York. We actually sweep them. Nice to see. All right, now we've got Minnesota. Really no one good on waivers yet. This guy's been on waivers a couple times. No thanks. All right, Minnesota. Can we beat Minnesota? 4-game set. Taking 2 of the first 3. All right, we win 3 of 4. And the good thing is, not only is the offense starting to play better, but the pitching is not, is not taking a step back. And look at how much our run differential's increased. I bet our Pythagorean win-loss is now back up to where our regular record is. And it's a 605 win percentage. That's really good. That's as good as we had last year. So we're now on pace to win in 98 games again. So really good stuff now. I don't know if it's David Sagai just injecting this team with confidence or whatever. But either way, I mean, he hasn't even been playing that well since he came over here. But whatever. We got him for basically nothing. So I'm going to give up. Trot Nixon isn't nothing, but I would have thrown Trot Nixon in any trade if it meant getting a guy like David Sagai. So, all right, we've got New York now. Can we take 2 of 3? What's the last series that we lost? I think we've only lost 1 series since the start of July, I think. Let me look at it was just that Texas series. Let's see. So July, did we win that New York series? Yes, we won the New York series, won this Toronto series, won the Florida series, won the Montreal series, won the Atlanta series. Well, the schedule's all screwed up, isn't it? Oh, I guess it's not. Well, yeah, it is. Because why would we start a series on a Sunday? So these schedules probably aren't accurate. I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they just started the All-Star break early one year. Who knows? We split so yeah, there's the Texas series we lost. We won, swept, won. Yeah, we've only lost 1 series since the start of July. That is very good. All right. We take the first game against Minnesota, but unfortunately Randy Wynn goes down. So that's going to be rough. We don't have a lot of guys who can play center field on this team. I think we might have to put Sean Green there. But it's only for 3 weeks, so it's not too bad. Ooh, Green can barely play center field. I know Canerco and Ibanez can't, though, so... maybe Sepulveda can, though. It's worth a shot. He's probably better than Sean Green there. All right, and we'll move Floyd into this role. Whoops. And we'll do the same thing. We'll have him play every 3rd game and every 6th game like that. All right. And we have to call someone up. We can call up Stefan Hansen. Where is he? Oh, I don't know. We're looking at the AA team. Actually, let's look at overall. All right. There's really no one. Maybe call up Pablo Gonzalez. I don't know. We'll call up this guy. Oh, we can play center field. That's nice. Alright, so we will use him as the backup center fielder then. Nope. There we go. Nope. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, there we go. Finally. Got it all settled. Copy and paste. Alright, and keep going forward here. Keep our eye on the waiver wire. So, what did we take? The first 2 against Minnesota or just the first game? Alright, just the first game. Got 2 more. Oh, 16 runs. Jesus. And, alright, we sweep them and we get David Eckstein back. How about that? How has Sellers been doing? Limited sample. We'll keep Ledesma on the team. I think I'm going to get rid of Ledesma after this year, though. But alright, we'll activate Eckstein. So things have really turned around. This is really nice to see. So because we got up to such a hot start to the year, and then sort of we're playing like close to 500, and then at one point even less than 500 baseball for a while. But I didn't even realize we have Sepulveda leading off. But his OBP is so high. Yeah, screw it. I like Sepulveda in the leadoff spot if he's going to OBP in the 370s. But yeah, so really from the months of like after April, we had a really good April, and then like May and June, we were not playing good baseball. But July and August have been definitely our best months from an all-around standpoint. Hitting, pitching, bullpen looks like it's coming together. So really good work. Take 2 or 3 from Baltimore, another series win. 18 runs against the White Sox. We already guaranteed another series win against them, and we sweep them. Oh my goodness. Red hot. Oh, but Eckstein goes down again. That's not good. Alright. Disabled list. We'll call back up Sellers. We could call up Pablo Gonzalez, but he can't really play shortstop as a thing. So we'll go with Sellers. Unless Sellers got hurt, did he? No. He should still be... Oh, we still have Neil Roberts as well. Where did Sellers go, though? Did he go to AA? Must have. Oh, yeah, I don't know why. Call him back up. Put Ledesma in the lineup. Shortstop. Right field. And... wait, let me just check something. Is Green? Yeah, okay. Ibanez is slightly better than Green in right field. Just wanted to double check that. Make sure I was getting the most out of my defensive alignment. And oops, I should have Konerko right here. Konerko's red hot. Oh yeah, he's really heating up. And what about Roland? Still isn't really turning around. Veritek's turning it around though. That's good. A little bit at least. Hopefully he stays hot. Alright, and we'll keep going here. Only a couple more games in the month of August. And I really don't think we need to make any upgrades on this team. I mean, we're rolling right along right now. We'll check how the bullpen's doing. Bullpen. Alright, Neal's still having a good year. Shaw's bouncing back. That's good. Mercer's been a little bit better. Alright, so bullpen's kind of solidifying itself. The only question is, do we want to... yeah, Mercado's had a really bad year. Limited sample, but we have so many lefties. Let's call back up Scott Williamson, because I think he's got a better chance at producing for us, and I want him on the postseason roster. He's got a 2.91 ERA in AAA, so I think he has likely turned things around. We'll see, though. But alright, we'll call him back up. And can we continue our streak of winning series against Seattle? Yes, we can. Alright, so we got one more day in September. Or one more day in August. And there we go. We are in September. Oh, more guys to claim. Yeah, let's claim this guy. I doubt he'll get through, though. So let's take a look at the standings. I don't think there's going to be a need for a September episode. Yeah, we're 8 games up right now. So, alright. I think this is going to do it for me. Let's just continue our streak, though. We got to see if we can continue the streak against Oakland here. We can call back up Mercado. We'll leave Fogg and Domingo down. Let's call up Pablo Gonzalez. And I just saw that Ibanez got hurt, so we're going to need another outfielder. We can go with Frank Knapp, another guy we claimed off waivers at the beginning of the year. Alright, and in Ibanez's place, we'll go Sepulveda, and then we'll play that, and we'll put Ibanez in the DL, just so that I don't forget that he's hurt, and we'll do this. Perfect. And we'll bump. Yeah, that's fine. Ledesma, yeah. Ooh, he's out for 6 days, but that's whatever. And Konerko right there. Perfect. Alright, so now we've got another rubber match here. Let's continue our streak, though. We haven't lost a series in almost 2 months now. One more game against Oakland. Let's see it. Oh, the streak ends. Oh, well. I did see David Segui still leading the AL in batting average, so yeah, he's turned things around a little bit. Still not really producing how I wanted him to, but oh well. I like his offensive ratings, not just the fact that he was playing so well in San Francisco. I think his ratings are pretty good. So, alright, that is going to do it. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I think we are primed for another set of playoff videos. Hopefully multiple playoff videos this time around, and hopefully a deep playoff run. But alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.